Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be doing a squad builder. This is sort of a budget one, apart from maybe one player. It is a silver Dutch team, as you can see, and there are some pretty good players in here. Not all of them are Dutch actually, but the vast majority of them are. So I will go through the team and then I'll show you the goals at the end. So in goals we have Proto. He's in goal because he links with Donk, who's from the Pro League, and in my opinion he was better than any of the Dutch options that were available. So that's why I put him in. He has pretty poor positioning stats, but actually makes up for it with his reflexes and diving stats. And he's a pretty good keeper, and he's pretty tall, so you don't really get let down on finesses or anything like that. So yeah, pretty good silver keeper. In the central centre back spot we have Donk, and this guy is pretty quick. I mean, 78 pace for a centre back is pretty quick, especially a silver one. And his work rates aren't the best, but to be honest, I didn't really notice them that much. And with the two CDMs, you can sort of get around those because they can cover him for him if he does decide to venture forward a little bit. Left centre back we have Marco. I'm not gonna pronounce his second name, and he's got some pretty decent stats. I kind of just needed someone to link with the left midfielder, but he's pretty pacey, and he also linked with Donk because he's from the Pro League, so he's a decent enough centre back. Nothing amazing though, but solid enough. Right centre back we have Luvens, and this guy again needed someone Dutch, and to be honest the Dutch defenders are all pretty slow, and this guy isn't the greatest either, but to be honest his stats I think look a bit worse on the card than they actually play, and he's not that bad a centre back. I would rate him about the same as the other centre back. Left centre defensive mid we got a Leroy Fer, and this guy has a great all round stats. In particular he has 74 pace and 77 defending, 75 heading, which are all excellent for a CDM. That means he's great at defending, and he can also go forward with 72 shooting and 71 shooting and 72 passing. He's a great all-round CDM. And at the right centre defensive mid spot, I believe there was another option, but I chose Anita because he has good pace and good defending stats. Not the greatest in the air or going forward, but got decent enough dribbling and passing, I suppose. But again, 71 defending and 84 pace is a pretty deadly combination, and you want someone quick to get back to cover for your centre backs if they get caught out of position, I guess. So I chose him. Right mid, I was going to pick Goosens, but I had already tried him out, so I wanted to try someone different. This guy is Emnes. 750 coins, not bad. He seems pretty tall to me, I think. I don't know, he got some weird ponytail going on. And 85 pace, pretty good. 71 dribbling, 58 defending isn't actually that bad for a right midfielder. And he got 4-star skills, which is also a plus. Then at left mid we have Sumaharo. 92 pace, which is pretty impressive, left-footed, and I could have picked Drenthe, but I felt he was pretty overpriced, considering I needed another fast centre-back, and there weren't really any Dutch ones available, so I chose to go with this guy instead, because he also linked with the centre-back, and he's also got 4-star skills, which Drenthe doesn't have, and this guy is 77 dribbling, which is also pretty nice. Not the best shot on him, but not horrendous or anything like that. And the Eredivisie and Dutch silvers have a lot of people to choose from, I can, but I went for Overtoom because his stats on the card look pretty sweet. Even though he has 3-star skills, he has 85 pace, 72 shooting and 77 dribbling, which are all pretty sick stats for a silver. 1,000 coins, pretty cheap. I could have also picked a Sufi who has 4-star skills, but his stats aren't quite as good. Or Duarte, who has pretty much the same stats as Sufi, but I think he's a bit overpriced because KSI has used him recently, I don't know. And then up front we have Guillaume Fernandez, 88 pace, 65 shooting isn't great, but to be honest you don't really notice it. You would think it's a bit higher, or I would anyway. 67 dribbling isn't too bad, and 60 heading, well I don't really cross into them too much anyway, so that's not too much of a letdown. I could have picked Castagnos at striker instead of this guy, but I prefer this guy probably because of his pace, and also because his shooting didn't seem to be much worse than Castagnos's, so that's why I chose this guy. And then at right striker we have that guy who's been used in pretty much every Serie A squad, or the vast majority of them anyway. El Kabir, 87 pace, 70 shooting, 77 dribbling, and this guy is pretty sick, not going to lie. 4-star skills as well, so he's a very solid all-around striker. 14,000 coins is the only thing about him. He's by far the most expensive player on this team, and that's kind of unfortunate, but hey, what you gonna do, he's pretty sick. So yeah, that was the squad. I'll move on to the goals and just talk a little bit about the team. So yeah, here are the goals, and I'll just talk about what I felt. So first thing is, this team is actually really solid. 3-5-2 is always a hard formation to break down, and when you have two pretty immense CDMs such as Fur and Anita, then it just makes it that much harder to get past. And really, I did not concede very many goals with this team, I don't think, but I did score an awful lot going forward. A pacey combo, or trio even, of Fernandez, El Kabir and Overtomb is pretty deadly. And then the two fast wingers can also get up and down the flanks, although crossing isn't your best bet if you do manage to get to the byline. Say try and cut it back, or just pass it across or whatever. But yeah, Guillaume Fernandez actually surprised me. I was expecting his shooting to be pretty poor like it says on the card, but he's actually got pretty nice shooting. And Overtomb and El Kabir both have pretty sick long shots. I think El Kabir scored a really nice one after doing a stop and turn, so that was pretty sweet. I think for some reason I thought Sumahara was right-footed, so I don't think I scored very many goals with him. And Emnes didn't have the best shooting either, but I did think that he was right-footed, which he is. But yeah, I think I would prefer Goossens in general. And Fur actually had a decent free kick. I know his shooting says 71, but doesn't always mean they have good free kick stats. But yeah, he's a good free kick, and it was pretty much a toss-up between him and Overtomb to take them, and they were both pretty good at them, to be honest. And yeah, I hadn't actually used Proto before, but he was surprisingly solid. He had been recommended to me, and yeah, definitely the best Pro League keeper that I've used. I've used a couple, but not that many. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this squad builder. Leave a like if you want, and yeah, I'll talk to you all next time.